Hi guys, welcome to another live stream, and here we are today watching two games, and that's going to be how it is from now on. It's going to be two games here, Botafogo and Atleti playing, and Seattle Sounders and PSG playing, and both matches have started. Don't worry, you can see me in a second, guys, just 1 second. Both matches have started. I'll start the timers in a second. There we go. Yeah, we'll show the other scoreboard too as well. Scoreboard number 2 on top. And also remove that image there. Okay, both matches started just a couple of seconds ago. This one underway and this one underway. There we go. This one can go down there. Okay, yeah, just tweet the timers there. Hope everyone's doing having a nice day so far. But yeah, we are watching two matches here. Atleti, Botafogo, and Seattle versus PSG. So currently, here are the lineups for each. Hi, Kieran. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. So here's the lineups for both of these games here. So for Atletico, we have Juan Oblak in goal. We have Galan in left back. Longley, Lenormand as the centre back duos. Laurent as the right back. Conor Gallagher left mid. Barrios De Paul as the midfield, and Simeone as the right mid. Julian Alvarez and Suloth lead as the strikers. For Botafogo, Victor is the goalkeeper. We then have Vitinho, Cunha, Barbosa, and Alex Tellers as the left back. We have Alan Gregor and Freitas as the midfield, Guimarães, Jesus, and Savarino as the strikers and forwards. Now, for Seattle versus PSG, we have Frey as the goalkeeper for Seattle, Tolo, Bell, Reagan, and Roldan as the midfield. You have, you only like to watch one game because I can focus more and analyze a better. Watching Atleti game because it was, yeah, Atleti Botta has way more meaning. Hi, not so chap. The ball is kicked more than 2.61 times. Yes. PSG 2-0 and Botafogo draw 1-1. First of all, welcome CDF to the stream, and yes, W's. You're going to go back and watch your old Delta in VODs. I'm honestly curious to see what your original reactions are. Maybe see. Yes, thank you so much, Gabe. Yeah, and thank you for the wish of good luck there. Really appreciate that. And yeah, you can see my initial reactions there. I think they're okay. And here is the lineup for Paris Saint-Germain. So goalkeepers Gianluigi Donnarumma, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes start in the defensive line. This is the lineup that PSG should have been playing in the previous game. Yao Neves, Vitinho, and Fabian Ruiz in the midfield, Desir Doué, Meulu, and Kvaratskhelia as the forwards. Here's a cross by PSG, just cleared away, and that is going to be a goal kick there for PSG. Sorry, it was a cross by Seattle. Now on to the other game here. Delta in versus football, yes. And W's not so chap as well. But yeah, I'm always here to talk with you guys. If you have any questions, if you're not interested in football, it's all good. I'll still, interact with you guys. Now, this is going to be passed back by Botafogo all the way to the goalkeeper there. Botafogo actually wearing a white kit, so we might go with, a nice white color as their background actually to contrast the black, just to, just match the kits there. We'll also, flip the home and away team. There we go. That might match up a little bit nicer with the actual kits being worn. Same with PSG. They're actually wearing a white kit too. So, we'll go and do that as well. There we go. So, surprisingly, I'm actually surprised PSG wearing a white kit. And hello, Clicks. You just finished your boxing W's. So, Atleti need to win by 2 goals. Let's have a look here at the table. So, as the table stands, Botafogo are currently on top with 6 points. PSG are 3 points, Atleti 3 points, and Seattle are on 0 points. So technically, for Botafogo are basically through because they've got the 6 points, of course. But for Atleti to get through over PSG, they have to win by, I think, 2 goals because their goal difference is -2 at the moment. So they have to win by, at least 3 goals. Hi, George's Life. Thank you for subscribing so much, George's Life. Appreciate that so much. W's. But yeah, around 2 or 3 goals, I would assume. And there is just play on both sides here of these games. Just trying to find real possession here. It actually looks like Seattle is doing a better job, really, of maintaining, an emphasis on attack. PSG just winning a free kick there, actually, in the defensive half. I will do a bit of different narration to what I usually do because, of course, there are now going to be from now on 2 games until the end of the round 3 here. So, we'll be just narrating major parts of each type and then talking about, different stuff. Now, if Atletico win 2-0 and PSG win, Atletico go through. Yeah. Let's see. No, Atleti's goal difference is -2. They have to win by 4 goals. Oh, no, because if they win 2-0, yeah, they're versing... Okay, sorry. Forget what I said, please. But they're versing Botafogo. I think 3 goals they have to win. 3-0. To get a +1 goal difference over Bota. And then, yeah, they'll go through and PSG will go in first place. So that's how it will stand there. Of course, I don't think it's actually possible for Seattle to get through anymore. I don't think it's possible. Actually, it technically is for Seattle. Technically, they can get through if they score, I think, 7 goals against PSG. I think that's how they can get through. 7 goals there. No, sorry, 4 goals. Yeah, 4 goals. If they score 4 against PSG, that's how they get through here. And then they have to hope that Botafogo wins against Atleti. Or if they finish on equal goal difference. Yeah, I don't know how that works. We actually had this discussion the other day because at the moment Juventus and Man City are on the same goals. And if they draw with each other in their match, which is the final one of round 3 as well, then I would assume it would go to goals for and then goals against. But I was thinking as well, maybe it could even go to, extra time for different matches. I'm not too sure. I'm not really sure how it'll work. No, it can't even go. It can't go to extra time, especially if different teams. I mean, for City and Juventus, I was thinking, but no, it would have to go for goals for and then the against goals, and then it would probably be home and away. Then it would be I don't know what they would decide then. I don't think it would be equal enough where all the for and against goals would be the same though. Nuno Mendes just having a good chance of PSG, and currently for Bota, they're just really holding up possession here against Atleti. Not really letting them have the ball. Kind of how they played against PSG, really. They played very defensively. They played, sound in a block, and then they had those counter-attacking chances that we saw from them against PSG through the likes of Igor Jesus, which I think is starting. Just let me clarify. Yes, he is, of course. Number 99, Igor Jesus, is a starter for Bota. He'll be one to watch for the Atleti Botafogo game. For sure, one to watch there. And let me get the chat up as well on my mobile here so I can see it. Let's get this up. Okay. Still an attack here for PSG, just cleared away by Seattle. In the midfield, Botafogo are just passing it back really lightly because Bota don't want to jeopardize a loss here. They'll be playing for a draw or a win. I don't think they'll be playing for a win as hardly as they're going to be playing for a draw in this instance, I feel like. And here's a chance for Botafogo on the right side. There's a cross coming in, and it's just going wide there. All Black, no attempt to really get that one. And Normand passes to Barrios. And that is now going to be Gallagher just passing out to that left side. Seattle Sounders need to win by 3+ goals, and with Atletico loss, yeah, that's how they have to qualify. So at the moment, not likely that they'll get through. But yeah, definitely, if they have a lot of luck, then I guess. But at the moment, I have to say, they have been on an attack nearly for this entire half. So far, PSG have had almost no momentum, and Seattle Sounders really have been, looking as if they're the stronger team going into this first 10 minutes. Of course, PSG will have more longevity throughout the match, so they'll be able to deal with this for longer. So definitely not impossible, but it's going to be very challenging for Seattle to get through this one. And this is going to be a play for Atleti now on this left side. Just bring it out there. It looks like Deporter just passes in nicely to find that was... Just get off the Seattle PSG lineup there. Seattle almost score, actually. Just missing. Just went to look down and see that they almost just miss a very clear chance there. That was from, I think, the likes of Rusnak just getting that one off target. So again, Seattle, very surprising how they've started this game against PSG. I mean, a win here, even if they don't get through, a win here would really be impressive for their fans to beat the Champions League winners. Of course, with their full squad now, it's not even the B team, it's the A team. This is now Depol for Atleti. Just bring it out to this side here. It's now going to be Laurent, just trying to find a through ball there. A big Oblak save. Yeah, just as I was looking at the down one, let's actually skip back here. Because luckily we do have the skip back feature on Dazen. So let's go look back here. Let's have a look. No, I haven't seen it yet. I think it's somewhere hidden in there. I'll have to look at the highlights after for both games to fully get the full picture because, you know, hard to watch two games at the same time. But we're still doing it, you know. Still here for all of the fans of the different teams and just, you know, enjoying it. Smash like for enjoying football. And this is going to be on this right side now for Botafogo. Really, it is important for them to, though, retain this, you know, very defensive maneuver. It's actually given away there by the right back there, Vitinho, to Barrios. And Barrios just does a flick on ball. It's now for Galan. Soloth. Soloth wins a corner for Atleti. The biggest thing for Atleti will be, you know, retaining such a dominant play in this upcoming half. There's Oblak's save just shown on the replay there. Very close for a goal there by Severino. Just unfortunately, he doesn't hit that one a little bit harder. Maybe over, you know, the top of Oblak. Might have a chip been a better play there. I'm not too sure. We'll have to, though, wait and see if Atleti can now use this as an opportunity really to go in front. This is going to be a Atletico corner. Low corner. Given to Soloth. Soloth takes it. And he is defended nicely by Botafogo. It's going to be a free kick. It looks like that it was offside. Might be a handball. We'll have to see if there's any replay on this one. PSG have a corner on the other game. While my predictions for both games today, unfortunately, I don't think Seattle can win 3-0 to get through to the round of 16. Of course, relying as well on Atletico losing. But yeah, so far my predictions for PSG, one will be 3-1 PSG. And for the Atleti Botafogo match, I think this might actually be a 1-0 Bota. Double Evo Mega Knight on the wall for luck. Yes, double Mega Knights up there. All the luck that we need. Exactly, not such a... Yeah, no goals yet is a bit sad. Yeah, but PSG 3-1 and Botafogo 1-0 win. Yes, 3 more. There's actually more. There's more behind like this side that you can't see. ISO3Ella, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And this is going to be a free kick for Atleti, just won by Conor Gallagher. And Lenormand takes over to Laurent from Lenormand. Yes, fish too. And now this is Longley. And now over to Gallon. No, Conor Gallagher, sorry. Gallagher, very similar hairstyle to Griezmann, actually. Very, very similar. When do you do fish walk? Oh, yes, I should be actually starting to do the fish walk soon, you know. Taking, you know, especially the goldfish. Look how big he is. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, down at the bottom there. I don't know if it's visible. There is a very good save by Oblak once again. Just to prevent Botafogo from going ahead. Again, the second time. Oblak going to be crucial here. And I feel like that, you know... This is another set of games here where it's going to be battle of the goalkeepers to really decide who gets through, because we've seen it so many times in this tournament, the goalkeepers, and here it's just being displayed again and again how good each goalkeeper is. And this is going to be a run here for Severino. Now it's given off to number 25. Sorry, 26, Gregor. And there is a wide shot there from Botta. I think that is just deflected away. It's going to be a corner. And on the other game there, just a long shot from Desir Doué, just caught by Frey. Nice and easy. Gallagher's given the ball away a couple of times. I know, I'm actually a bit disappointed in Connor. I did think he would be, a main starter for Atleti. This is exactly what I'm saying. Botafogo on the counter-attack is insane. We saw that against PSG. PSG underestimated them a lot. And then, they proved their counter-attack gameplay was so good. Set pieces will also be a big chance for them to score. Though I do think Atleti might have a better chance of defending set pieces just because of how, height, tall their players are. Lots of their players are very tall here, so good headering chances. There's one. I think that was from what looked to be De Paul or Soloth. But now this is on the right side here for Botafogo. Just a nice little play in through. So the ball is crossed and it's tried to meet the head there of Barbosa. And it's just cleared away by Atleti. Still, being cleared here. That was a good play by Simeon to drop that behind for Soloth. It's now play onto his left side here. Gallon just brings it over to Simeon. Nice little Trivela pass there, just finding Alvarez. And it's going to be a free kick for Atleti, a foul on Julian Alvarez. How did PSG underestimate Botafogo in the first place? By the fact that, going into the Botafogo match, they must have felt that they could have done it with the B team there. Because they did play, if we look at their previous match here, I'll tell you. So currently against Seattle, they're playing literally the Champions League final group. Except for, I don't think Mayulu was a starter in that game. But if we look at the match against Botafogo, the starters were Mayulu, Zé Omri, Beraldo, Lucas Hernandez, who was not great on left back. I really think that he let the defense down there a little bit. I think Nuno Mendes should have been crucial for them as a starter. And then playing, of course, Goncalo Ramos, I don't really think he should be starting some games. I mean, just my opinion personally. But, then they, at halftime, subbed on Nuno Mendes, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Barcola all at the same time, which meant that they really, needed some attacking prowess there, especially as well Nuno Mendes then placed into that left-back position, because as soon as he came on, there was really no chances for Botta. There was a couple, but not, like we saw in the first half. When's the next dog walk stream? Actually, today it is. Not so chat, because the next match after this set is in, I think these ones end at 11:50 my time. It's 10 p.m. currently, but I think we'll do it 12 to 12:40 my time, and then 4 a.m. is when the next one is. Anyone who's not talking about football, no problem. You don't have to talk about football. It's all good. I still respond to it. And that PSG team still should have been good enough to win, so I blame the players more than Enrique. Yeah, more blame on the players. I'm saying the underestimation wasn't actually really from Luis Enrique, because he's still playing good players, I feel like that it's more on the players. Actually, even their play style was seeming very relaxed until, of course, that goal went in. Then they suddenly were on the back foot and really had to try. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been in this position if they really had played, to the point we saw in, the Champions League final. Or some of their other games even, like against Arsenal, against Aston Villa. We saw it a little bit. Liverpool. And this is now going to be a free kick for Atleti. Just now Oblak passing it over to this right side here. And on the other game there, Seattle versus PSG, Frey just kicks the ball down the field just to find, space away from the goal, because it looked like that PSG were really tanking, a lot of players up front. And here's a very bad giveaway from Donnarumma. That should have been finished by Seattle. He literally gives the ball in front of him, and then he just goes and, the Seattle striker, they're not great. I think that was, if we have a look here, I think it was Roldan? No, it was Ferreira. Yeah, Ferreira just not doing great there. Really should have hit that one on target, because it was an open goal. It was an open goal. Poor. Who were the key performers for City last night? The key performers. So if we take a look here just at the full thing, I think Ait Nouri was very good. I think that, who was it that scored 2? Yeah, Gundogan, he got player of the match, and he was very great. Gundogan, I feel like he really shone brighter than I would have expected, Let's actually have a look here at any of the others that I just wanted to see here, from the previous day. Because I think Cherky, when he came on, he was good. I originally actually said that Cherky didn't come on. I actually said Reinders came on in that game. But yeah, they were wrong. It was actually Cherky who came on. So yeah, that was a little mishap from the referees there. Gundogan, yeah, got 2 goals. Haaland was very poor. Oscar Bold came on, scored a good one. I feel like the main players of this match, though, of course, Gundogan, Ait Nouri, Vardiol was very good in the defense. Akanji very good in the defense. Bernardo Silva was actually pretty decent. I know Haaland got a goal and assist, but his goal penalty assist was pretty, basic there near the end for Cherky. Cherky, when he came on, was amazing. He came on only 73rd minute and he scored a brilliant goal. But yeah, Haaland just was actually disappointing in the fact that he missed so many easy chances. Not even in a sense that they still, required some effort, because he actually, in one of them, skilled past the goalkeeper, took the shot, and it curled out away from the line. I don't know how that's really possible from a shot of, that ease, but yeah, just unlucky Haaland, really, especially since he's come back from injury. Sorloth just passing it through here. Atleti have a chance. Sorloth back, and Simeon takes the shot. Actually, as Barrios takes the shot there, and there's a brilliant catch there by Botafogo's goalkeeper there, Victor. But yeah, City had a lot of performers last night. I was actually surprised by Alain taking off Rahimi at halftime. I don't know if it was because he was injured or if he was tired or something, but I was actually very surprised about that, because he is, of course, Alain's best player. So yeah, it was very interesting seeing that substitution be made, especially where he really could finish some of those chances Alain had at the very latter stage of the game. And this is Simeon now with the ball on the right. And just given away. Are these scores confirmed? Yeah, the current scores 0-0, and for both teams are the correct scores, because I'm watching both matches at the same time. And this is going to be a corner for PSG. Looks like Nuno Mendes will be taking this one. And it's going to be possibly driven deep, this, because PSG have a lot of players at the deep back post section. For Atleti in this Botafogo game, however, they're really just trying to maintain that possession, which will be big and very important against Botafogo, very possessional-based side. They're just cleared away there by Seattle, that corner chance for PSG. And that is going to be lofted down to the left side there. This is now going to be Paris. And it looks like that in the Atleti game that Depaul's won a free kick here in, the deep midfield section, almost going into the final third of Botafogo's half there. Cross coming in. It's actually played lightly to the left side, and this is going to be a chance for Atleti to cross this one in, and it's just caught by Victor. Brilliant. Brilliant catch. Victor does set that long to Igor Jesus. However, Atletico do mop that up nicely. And that is going to be a free kick for Atletico. There is a foul there. It looks like that. I think that was... Who's done the foul there? I think it was Freitas who does the foul, the captain for Botafogo. At the moment, in terms of pitch control for Seattle and PSG, PSG 59%, 37% Seattle, and 4% contested. Long ball by Atleti out into this left wing side here, and it is collected nicely by Galan, and it's passed back there to Gallagher. Now it's going to be Barrios, just a little play there to Depaul, and Depaul leaves it, and it's going to be now Botafogo with a chance here. A very good chance at that. It's a 3v3, and it's just lost by Botafogo there before crossing the half. And there is a cross cleared away by Botafogo. It's a cross done nicely by Simeon. Just not high enough, really. It was cleared by Allen. And this is just now really, again, possessional play from Atletico, build-up play. Much calmer gameplay style, I feel like, compared to the previous time we watched Atletico against the likes of PSG, the likes of Seattle. They were very rash in those games, but this one, you know, is just showing a little bit more calmness on the ball there. And this is going to be a goal kick for Botafogo. Let's just see Alvarez just, yeah, falls on the ball there. Looks like he might handball it. No, he just falls on it, and then it goes, that second shot just deflects away, and it's going to be a goal kick for sure. Hi, Loha. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Nice italics names. It looks very nice. I haven't seen that style of writing on a Google account name yet. And this is going to be now Botta just trying to find a little bit of play through there. That Atleti defense. It's actually given away poorly from them, and it's going to be a throw-in for Atletico. And in other terms, the other game here, Seattle versus PSG, Pacho just does a foul there on one of Seattle's players, just drawing a free kick for them in the defensive half. Who do I support? Well, I don't support any of these four teams. I'm watching every single match at this Club World Cup. My main team I support is Real Madrid. But yeah, just watching both of these matches currently. Group B is finishing up today, so it'll be interesting to see who actually gets through. More of a neutral perspective on this one, Loha. And this is now going to be Igor Jesus. Here is a very good chance if Igor can get a pass off here to one of his teammates. There we go. There's the pass needed. And here is now a good chance for Botafogo to really score. And that is a foul by Atletico. It's going to be a Botafogo free kick from the left-hand side here, just on the touchline by the Atletico dugout. That's a commitment because in the UK for me. Yes. For me too, because right now this game starts at 10 p.m. The next set of games, Group A, will be at 4 a.m. But the previous, matches, I'll put them in a playlist, I've been doing them for like 10 p.m., 1 a.m., 4 a.m. So yeah. Oh, you support Portsmouth. Oh, wow. Nice. Love it. Love to see, different football supporters in here. But yeah, so many interesting games so far in this Club World Cup, I gotta say. And this is going to be a kick for Botafogo. Just trying to find any sorts of danger. There is a shot. That was brilliantly timed by number 25 for Botafogo. Number 26, sorry. No, it was 25. Alan, sorry. Guys, fumbling around here. Just trying to focus on too many matches. But yeah, we'll get used to it by the next set, I'm sure. Just want Juventus in this Club World Cup because I like them. Yeah, Juventus, very strong. We did see them the other day against Casablanca. That was this morning actually for me, and they were very looking good. They definitely were a very strong team in terms of build up, especially on that left side. Thuram Udian, very great. In the previous game, we saw Francisco Conceição shine. He didn't really in that game, but yeah, Juventus very good in terms of build up, left side breaking through the defense, and just finding those goals. That they've been excellent. And I'm glad they're through to the round of 16 now. It's impossible for them not to be through. Now it's just really about winning against Manchester City, of course, because that would then sort of guarantee they either verse Salzburg or Al Hilal, depending on which team gets through there. But yeah, definitely it will be crucial for them really to get that win, so then they don't have to verse Real Madrid, because Real Madrid on a good day can do damage. If we see Juventus win against Juventus win against Man City, then it'll be another City Madrid game, one of many. It's like a yearly thing now. And there's a good pass by Gallagher, just finding the Atleti player, and it's actually played on by the referee for Botafogo. It looks like an initial foul, and this is a good pass out to Igor Jesus on the left wing here. What can he do with the ball? He's just going to pass back, and Botafogo really just need a draw. It's just what they need. And all the way back to the goalkeeper there, Victor, for PSG Seattle. PSG just playing it on this left side. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Kvara, obviously one of the most important players for Paris in terms of, gameplay style. attacking contributions. He's very good in crosses, shots. I really like Kvaratskhelia, one of my favorite players of this year to watch, really. Just so nice. And that is going to be a big slide tackle there by Atleti to win this ball back. Sorloth is trying to gain that. And it is a scramble. Botafogo do come away with it. And PSG actually have a shot on goal there through Desir Doué. And it's just a brilliant save by Frey to prevent that goal. Again, Seattle need to win by 3 goals to qualify for the round of 16 and hope that Atleti loses against Botafogo. Yes, Botafogo, I do think can actually get the win here against Atletico. So it'll be pretty, intense to see who gets through this round of football here. If Seattle and Botafogo both beat PSG and Botafogo by a lot more goals, they could both go through. Yeah, so exactly. Definitely. Seattle beating PSG is definitely going to allow them to go through. But I don't think that's going to happen, really. It is going to be very hard for them. And thank you, Loha, so much for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. It really means a lot to me. And Botafogo will be very happy at the moment. Manager will want more of the same. Yeah, really, this is the cooling break right now for Atletico Bota. And yeah, the manager will definitely be happy with this performance. They've really been good on the counter, good at defense. Let's actually put a water break thing there. I'm actually going to duplicate the water break in case there's another one. There we go, but we'll just hide one of them at the moment. So there, water break for the Atleti Bota match. I still get jealous I didn't get that animation. Pretty cool. Yeah, W animation. And this is while we wait for the Atleti Bota match to get back underway. PSG just, playing for possession. 7 attempts at goal for PSG there, whereas 3 for Seattle. Seattle had most of the domination actually in the first, 15 minutes of this game, but now going into the 31st minute, it's definitely more difficult for them to really find some plays here. I am from Australia originally, but then I moved to New Zealand after about 8 years or so. I lived in New Zealand for a bit, but now I've been living in Saudi Arabia for 8.5 years, yeah. And do I watch the Australian League? No, the Australian League is not good. So I don't watch that type of football. I watch, Premier League, Serie A. Well, I want to start watching Serie A, especially with all these new talents coming in. Prem, Ligue 1 sometimes, SPL, Bundesliga, I watch that. La Liga for sure. La Liga is the main league I watch, though. Of course, Real Madrid being my team. Also, I'm wearing the El Salvador national team kit. I don't know how I got this, but yeah, I have it. Very random. Igor Jesus just passing, and it's going to be a little play on here from Alan, and it looks like that there's going to be a retrospective free kick for Atleti. It looks like this might have been a foul on... Is that Laurent? Yeah, I think so. There's also a Bota player down, so we'll really have to see what the referee decides. He was doing no hands in the bike, and you almost crashed into a Porsche. Well, wow, Clicks. Hopefully you did not damage that, because that could be expensive. And it actually looks like, yeah, Bota might get this free kick here. It's just a bad one, really, from Laurent. And you're going back home tomorrow, so I'll be able to join your streams from 10 p.m. Okay, W's, Ion, yes. Great. That is amazing to hear, bro, because missed your presence on the streams, And, yeah, there's just an injury treatment here for this game. We can also remove the water sign there. And this is going to be a corner for PSG, just won by Desir Doué. Let's go and also turn on this air conditioning. Still injury being treated. This must be bad. I think Bota might make a substitution here. We'll have to see. But yeah, at the moment, yeah. Definitely still treating this one. Corner for PSG. Who do you think the dark horses are going to be? Well, Juve, I didn't expect them to perform as good as they are. I mean, their group is a little bit easier, but we'll see. Wait a second. Here's the corner for PSG. And it's going to be a shot from long range. And that is a goal for PSG there. And they've done it for the 1-0. Vitinha scores. And he's not actually really celebrating. He was just happy about it. But yeah, dark horses. Sundowns, I think, are a dark horse. I do think that they are very good. Juventus, I didn't expect them to be this of a dominant force. They are so dominant. I actually love watching them now in this tournament. Definitely a very exciting side to watch. But yeah, Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns, Juve, Esperance, if they win against Chelsea, definitely will be a dark horse. But, Chelsea are going to probably lock in for that one. But yeah, mainly Sundowns and Juve, definitely. Putting on such a good performance every single time in this tournament so far. Yeah, there was a short delay, so yeah, I know. I think it's because my DAS might be behind due to internet. Let me just reload it so I'm not behind. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is ahead now. I think it's just because I'm running 2 games at once, so it's going to be behind by, like, I think a fraction of 10 seconds. There, so they should be both in front now, these games, back to what they were before. And I'll actually need to add a couple of seconds to this time up there. And this is going to be PSG just playing defensively. There's a throw from Atleti into the box, actually, in their game. Though you don't gain like seeing yourselves in 2 streams. I know, that's crazy, So W's to everyone who's subbing up. I appreciate you guys so much, Appreciate it so much, all the support I've been getting lately. And this is going to be a long ball by De Paul, just trying to find some play here. Atleti so close through Julian Alvarez. There might be a penalty check here because Alvarez does dive in the box. Now this is Igor Jesus. Botafogo on a breakaway chance here. That was a poor control from Bota's player. And there might be a penalty check here. Yeah, I don't know why Alvarez didn't shoot. That was very bad from him. It's something that we don't really see from him. Yeah, and he didn't shoot, which is not great. Would have been a goal for sure, 100%. It didn't look like Victor was going to save that at all, but unfortunate. Julian Alvarez didn't take that one. Just brilliant setup, actually, by Sorloth for that header, and then he just doesn't shoot. The L counters in the tournament are crazy. I mean, the counters are great, and then they just, get marked. So it's actually more like W defending from the other side, So good defending from Atleti, really, to prevent that one. It actually seems like, yeah, there might have been a slide tackle there by Alan to prevent the counter there at full force. And also, let me turn my air conditioning off there. Okay, there we go. Botafogo can afford to lose this, but they can't lose their heads if they concede first. Yeah, definitely. I feel like that they need to calm down. They need to, keep that goal difference high. That's all I can say. Don't make it slip. Because if PSG win, they go first with +4. If Atleti win, they go to equal points with Botta, but they've got a -2 goal difference. So yeah, Atleti need to score at least 3 goals to go in front. Group A is the weakest group in your opinion. Yeah, same. I do agree with that. Was a very good... Yeah, Alan, very good interception from him. Pepperoni cheese pizza. You're at a place that it has a lot of restaurants. Tell me what to eat, your choice. Yeah, pizza as well, Clicks. Definitely go for pizza. Group A is the weakest group in your opinion, so if they finish second, they can have a chance to make it to the quarterfinals. Yeah, I know. That's why I feel like Group A sort of had a, an easy way through for, the likes of some of those teams, especially Porto, just such a disappointment in this tournament, to be honest. They are so bad. But yeah, bit disappointing from the quality of Group A. I would have liked to see a little bit stronger teams mixed in there just to have a little bit more balance throughout. But yeah, then it's going to just enable really Botta or PSG really just to get through to the next round immediately. Or whoever gets through, Botta, PSG, Atleti, any of those. Seattle can not really get through now. They have to score now 4 goals. Doesn't seem likely, does it? And this is a counter chance here for Botafogo. Alex Telles giving the cross. That was not a great cross by Alex Telles. And this is going to be now a little play from De Paul there. Just finding Julian Alvarez, who comes through. Brilliant pass from Alvarez. Oh, it just wasn't the best there. Gallagher gives a good one, though, on the return to Simeon. He was really, before Alvarez trying to find, Simeon. It was initially a good pass, but yeah, just intercepted nicely. De Paul needs to improve his crossing this game. Yeah, definitely. De Paul hasn't been the best on the crossing. Definitely, he's not been great. I feel like the best player that we've been seeing for Atleti lately has been Julian Alvarez. DinoDoomz to Al Hilal was confirmed by Fabrizio 2 minutes ago. Let's have a look here. Well, this is bad for me because, of course, supporting Al Nassr. I mean, yep, it is. Here we go. DinoDoomz to Al Hilal. That is a huge L for Al Nassr because we still haven't signed a new player for Ronaldo to play with. Absolute poor management, really, by them. I'm just so disappointed. We should be getting players already. Leao was on our list. I mean, come on, give the money to Atleti. We've got, I mean, AC Milan, we've got enough, you know. It's just embarrassing at this point. AC Milan losing all of their players this transfer window. We will be there for that. And this is now going to be... Yeah, Vlahovic, we'll take him just for a, you know, bench warming experience there. I mean, the bench is already hot. He can make it even hotter. Vlahovic. Yeah, I think Al Nassr need more squad depth, so Vlahovic would add to squad depth in terms of that. Just because, you know, SPL teams, you know, even the ones they're investing, of course, the squad depth is the problem for them. And, you know, you can see in Al Hilal, even in this tournament. But, yeah, it would take Vlahovic for a bench warmer. Sorry that I couldn't join. No problem, Ian. No problem that you couldn't join the past couple of days. Easily understandable. No obligation to join the stream. No obligation. Alvarez's shot before there just saved brilliantly, it looks like, by Victor. That was a brilliant shot by Alvarez, though. Here's a counter chance for Seattle, actually, while this play is going on. Here, it should just be passed across, and it's just poor from Seattle in terms of attacking build-up. Just not great. There was literally an open player on this side here, and the ball, instead of going passed straight across where no one's there, yeah, just backwards for some reason. So, no idea why they did that. But in all seriousness, Al Nassr really need a midfielder, if I'm going to be honest. Maybe I should stream all of Al Nassr's matches this season just for, you know, the fans who like to watch Ronaldo. Expecting Alvarez to score there. Yeah, it was well wide at the end. Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that one. It actually was a goal kick as well, which, again, means that Alvarez did a really poor shot. Not great from Julian Alvarez. Have seen better from him multiple times. And there's actually a scramble in this Seattle game once again for the ball. Seattle, again, showing, you know, a little bit of danger, actually, to PSG in terms of counters. They've just got no one to finish it. Sorry, again, mumbled there. Just got no one to really finish the plays. They need a striker. That's all I can tell based on this gameplay here. Here's a counter for Botafogo, and it's going to be on this right side here. Number 10, Savarino passing it and just intercepted nicely there by Atleti. And it's now De Paul on the right side, just finding a small pass there to find Julian Alvarez. Soloth out to Alvarez again. Alvarez skills one. He's going to probably take the shot here. Let's see if he cuts in. No, he's going to probably pass it to one of his teammates there, Gallagher. Little through ball finding Laurent. Laurent out to the right side here for De Paul. De Paul passing to Laurent. And now it's De Paul again. De Paul cross coming in. And it just misses the header for Soloth. And Alvarez, again, should have really done a one-touch volley there. Don't know what he's doing. He does two keepy up. He's a bit unnecessary. And now it is, again, Botafogo on a counter chance here. This is Igor Jesus tackled nicely. And it's going to be a throw-in for Botafogo. I got to say, Atleti doing very good at stopping the counter chances here. They're doing one of the best I've seen from any team, really, to stop these fast breakaways. Amazing counter chance there. This might be a penalty again check for Atletico. And we'll have to see what the referee decides. In other terms, the Seattle PSG match, João Neves just gets a yellow card there. Just a poor direct stand on the foot there on number 18, Obed Vargas for Seattle. Yeah, he dived. I mean, we'll have to see what the referee really decides here. I don't know what he's going to really check on here. VAR check, yeah, possible penalty. It looks like maybe he's going over to the monitor. One thing Botafogo really... Yeah, they're going to the screen, so this might be serious. One thing Botafogo need to do is just calm down. Because their players, just like, you know, Boca Juniors, we saw it, River Plate, we saw it. Their players just get too aggressive. It's too aggressive from these sorts of teams. I mean, we're not in the Serie A of Brazil here, where the referees will take that sort of decision making. I mean, talk from these players, but yeah, they need to calm down. Botafogo are setting up really well. Yeah, definitely. They're sitting back and they then swarming forward in the counter-attack when all you need is to avoid losing heavily. That is a great way to set up. Yeah, definitely. That's how I feel that's how Fluminense set up. Olsen Hyundai set up pretty similarly in their matches. But yeah, definitely a very good tactic there. I really felt like some of these teams that maybe had a worse chance of, competing against these higher, more difficult European teams, or, even some of the top South American clubs, I feel like they should set up the same. I feel like that, Inter Miami should set up the same for their gameplay. Seattle, Esperance, really any of these teams here actually want to get through. Salzburg did it the best as well against Al Hilal, though that was a 0-0. This looks like it might be that might be a penalty there. Of course, as soon as you say that there is a penalty check, of course, the unluck that we've been getting on this channel where people have been saying stuff and then instantly something else happens of the different type. Penalty el favor Atletico Madrid, indeed. It looks like that's going to be what's going to happen here. There is a check-up for an initial foul and build-up to the penalty there. Looks like that this might be given as a penalty. Still checking the monitor. The referee is taking his time. Okay, he's done. Let's see what he decides here. Of course, he's going to announce it first, so we'll see what he points. Okay, announcing. And what is the decision here? And it looks like that it's going to be a no penalty. It's going to be a continued play for Botafogo. No penalty given. It looks like a foul in the build-up by Sorloth. It's halftime as well for Seattle versus PSG. Yeah, Sorloth fouled the defender. I think I could tell based on them checking that then. I think it's pretty weak, to be honest, but fair enough. Okay. I mean, Sorloth barely pushed. It's actually worse. You know what's weird? The fact that that push actually, now thinking about it, is worse than what Asensio did for the red card. No idea. No idea. That referee in that previous game, I've got to say, was so bad. But, no change in the past. We still got the dub there. And this is going to be Atleti again with the ball. And just trying to find some space. Atleti do a long throw, trying to get to Alvarez. Long kick. Yeah, PSG made a goal. It is 1-0. I mean, it was pretty certain for them to get this one. It looked like a dive from Alvarez because of his delay reaction, but he did get caught on the foot. Yeah, it's definitely a foul, but yeah, the foul before preventing that. No problem, Lohard. Yeah, no problem. I'll probably get a snack at halftime as well for myself. And this is going to be a chance for Bota really to, secure a possible 1-0 lead going into the half. And it's just a foul there for Atletico Madrid. Any scoreline prediction changes, guys? Let me know. I still think PSG 4-1 Seattle. And I'm still thinking, 3-1 Seattle. And I'm still thinking Atletico Botafogo will be a 1-goal game here. Yeah, a goal would be huge for Bota because it really, it secures most likely the possibility of a win or draw, which is really what they all only need, a win or a draw. And this is going to be now a pass from Gallagher, and it just finds no one. And now is going to be Laurent passing to Depaul. Depaul giving a cross in. That is such a bag. Again, Depaul not great with the crosses at this moment. Lenormand now to Barrios. Depaul. Depaul finds Sorloth. Just back here to Barrios. Barrios gives a ball out to Galan. There's about 3 minutes left of additional time. 7 minutes in total. And just headed away there by Bota. The second half for Seattle PSG will be delayed probably. Just due to the fact that I'm pretty sure for deadline day games that they will be played at the same time from halftime. And there is a shot and it's just wide there. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Botafogo. Unless there's a small deflection. Yeah, just a delayed foul there for Alvarez. It's like he does it when he realizes there's no real space for him to maneuver around. Sorloth does kind of foul in the build-up to that penalty, though. And that is going to be Atleti now, De Paul. Whereas Drank, he's again at football training. He'll be able to turn up for the round of 16 games for sure. Not these games anymore because they're too late for him. But the round of 16 games he'll be able to turn up for. Maybe he'll go for the Real Madrid ones. I'll have to see. But yeah, round of 16 for sure he'll come at the 7 p.m. ones. Are there 2 games being played at the same time? Yes, from now on, Phil, every game is going to be played at the same time. So we've got Group B's games playing. So once this is done, all of Group B's finished and we see who goes through. Then it's Group A at 4 a.m. KSA time. So I don't know what time that is for you guys. It will be like Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, Al-Ahly versus Porto, all at the same time there. So they're going through each group now until we get to, yeah, it's like the World Cup format exactly, where, we get to see who goes through the group on the last day, which is very good. I like that. It's exciting. Very tension-filled, So from now on, 2 games every stream. Hence why the stream's called Live Reaction Group B Final Matches, or whatever it's called. And before the game, you predicted 2-1 after and Atleti, and you're sticking with it. Yeah, definitely. Atleti been looking clean in the defense. I got to say, very clean. These games are 20 for you, which is fine. But the Group A ones are 2 a.m. Okay, yeah, definitely much later. That's why I've been sleeping during the day, mainly to get all these done. And if Juve top the group, I doubt I will wake up for their round of 16 game. Yeah. And what was Asensio doing yesterday? On the first game, he committed a penalty and now a red card for grabbing the jersey. That penalty decision was shocking. How on earth was that foul by Sorloth? Yeah, first of all, yeah, how was that foul by Sorloth in terms of that penalty? That shove, I really thought that was so light. Almost no real need for a foul there. But yeah, Asensio really throwing Real Madrid's games in terms of defense, because he already knows the defense is weak. So, I'll be playing it much more calmly. Though I got to say that red card was the softest red card I think I've ever seen in my life. In terms of a red card. That was so soft. I don't know what your guys' opinions were on it, but yeah, the penalty was stupid by Asensio. The red card, slightly excusable in terms of how soft it was, but yeah. And no problem, Loha. Yeah, I really appreciate you for tuning in, subbing up. That's a huge appreciation from me. The referees at this competition have been embarrassing. Yeah, they've not been great. I got to say, I'm surprised that the best referee in this competition might actually be Michael Oliver. The rest of the referees haven't been great. Michael Oliver, usually the most controversial, and he's actually been decent. It's interesting that Simeon has been playing on the left for a bit. Yeah, definitely, that's interesting. I've noticed that he, especially in the previous Atleti game against Seattle Sounders, he went from the left or the right, and then he kept switching. Yeah, Anthony Taylor was decent until, of course, that red card. He just pulls out the red cards too quickly, It's like, calm down, bro. You did it in the Prem as well, where you pull out the red card immediately for, like, one of Arsenal's. I think it was Lewis Skelly, and then, it's changed after. So I think it should be yellow card, wait for the upgrade by VAR, not direct red card and then downgrade immediately, because it just makes him look worse. Will I be doing live streams of Premier League games come on August? Yeah, definitely. I'll be trying to live stream some more football games, especially more than I've been doing before. Before I was just doing major events, but maybe I'll live stream, key Premier League matches. I'd love to see the Manchester derby, especially with some of these new signings coming in, possibly for Man U. I'd love to as well stream cups like the Champions League. I'd love to stream those matches, especially for Real Madrid. We'll probably do Real Madrid throughout the group stage only, and then the round of 16 quarter semis will do all the teams. Honestly, just take the refs from the English 7th Division. They do better. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm feeling, honestly. The referees haven't been great in this tournament. Key Premier League matches equals Crystal Palace games. Yes. Yeah, we'll stream, probably we can stream the opening day for the Prem. I think that would be pretty fun to do the opening day. We'll stream, big matches between, some of the teams. I'll have to see. I'll schedule out for you guys. I'll also take requests for specific matches, I think. And I think that'll be the best way to do it. Also, this halftime, I think I haven't stopped yet. This one is halftime. So I think the half for Seattle PSG will be delayed just because of this game going on at the moment, Atleti Botafogo. Should watch Sunderland versus Newcastle when it happens. Okay, I'll try to. Sunderland, yeah, I think, yeah, they lost Joe Bellingham. That was, a really big actual loss for them. But in terms of, how much money he's going to provide them, I think that's good business for Sunderland to, buy some better players going into this new season for the Prem. Some fresh faces would be great for them. Liverpool versus Palace is always a big one, yeah. Good record versus Liverpool. I'll be sure to stream that one then, yeah, sure. That was the change of the UEFA Champions League last season. Yeah, I felt like the Champions League change, honestly, provides some more exciting moments. I feel like that the previous seasons, the group stage has been always, the format's been so good. But yeah, that league honestly provided a lot more excitement. I know there's more games, but in the end, I'm feeling that the league might be the way to go for the future. And the more streams, the better. Yeah. Really enjoy chatting with someone that enjoys. And yeah, I know. Thank you so much, Kieran. Yeah, I love chatting with you guys too as well. Yeah, more likes. Smash like if you guys haven't already. But yeah, definitely more streams for football. More streams for everything else as well. I'll try and get everything balanced out because, we're starting to build up fan bases for each different, category of content. And that's really what I envisaged for the channel. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for, showing the support so far. And, yeah, still halftime here. I'm probably going to get a snack. We'll be back at the second half. Actually, I might read the stats first. Yeah, we'll read the stats first. So, Seattle Sounders, 22% possession with 0.45 expected goals, 3 total shots, 0 on target, 1 big chance missed, 78 accurate passes, 66% accuracy, 1 foul, and 2 corners. Definitely Seattle being a bit dominated here. They had that massive chance and they didn't take it, which was really appalling from them. And welcome back, Zothriella. And this is now PSG, 78% ball possession, 0.4 expected goals, 10 shots, 5 on target, 0 big chances missed, 395 accurate passes, 91% accuracy, 3 fouls committed, 4 corners. So that's PSG versus Seattle Sounders. Now, for Atleti versus Botafogo, it is going to be 58% possession for Atleti, 42% possession for Botafogo. 0.81 expected goals for Atleti, 7 total shots for them, 1 shot on target, 1 big chance missed, 269 accurate passes, 91% accuracy, 8 fouls, and 2 corners. For Botafogo's stats, 0.52 expected goals, 4 total shots, 1 on target, 1 big chance missed, 177 accurate passes, 84% accuracy, 8 fouls, 1 corner. And I'll be back in the next half, which starts in about, let's check how long we have. Let's go to this one. Yeah, we got about 3 minutes, okay? So I'll be back in literally like 3 minutes, guys. You can drop any opinions on this half so far. But yeah, I'm just going to get a snack here to keep me fueled up for the next 45 minutes for both teams. W's in the chat. Let's go. Hey guys, just back, having a snack as per usual. Yep, and it looks like Seattle and PSG both coming out here. So they'll be starting. They must be starting first. I'm surprised. I thought they would have done two at the same time, but no. It looks like this match is going to start first here. W's, let's go. Just having a small cake, actually. Nice milfoy. Let's have some more. This stuff good. This stuff is good. Looks like that Seattle will be taking kickoff in about 20 secs. Luis Enrique just running across the football field there because the tunnel's actually located on the other side as where the bleachers are, surprisingly, where the dugout is. So yeah, interesting stadium format here. Hopefully we don't have any more weather delays, going into these ones. Here it's about to be kickoff for Seattle, PSG, any second, and there we go. Exactly as I planned. So kickoff has been issued for Seattle versus PSG. It looks like that Atleti Botafogo will last for about 2 more minutes of halftime, and then we'll continue there. And yeah, it's really just about, if Atleti want to qualify now, it's all about them winning the game. So they're going to have to, try real hard, show composure, show, dedication, and then they'll get this one through. Bot, on the other hand, just have to be not complacent, just pass it around, keep possession, and go on, the counter-attacks that they've been doing, Eventually one will break through, so, keep trying what's working. And here's a chance of PSG, just on the counter, actually. I love this PSG side, especially the A team. Just, they all look so fluent. I wish Kylian was here to, witness such a side when he was playing for them, but unfortunately, nah. But he is with Real Madrid now, the thing that we've been dreaming of for so long, so it's all good in the end, Just unfortunate he didn't have, the Champions League merit to his name just yet. He'll probably get it this year coming up. And this is still just PSG finding some space in play. You put $235 on Botafogo to win at this moment. I am getting half of it. Should I cash out that money and put it on a draw? Well, again, as it states in the description, do not take my advice for this stuff. Because I don't want to be the reason you guys lose money or stuff. But at the moment, yeah, Botafogo looking very, coordinated. Counter-attack could easily go through, but of course, Atleti have been so good on defense. They've had the most chances of, Atletico. So you really just have to... I'm not going to be the reason. Well, yeah, okay, I've just put it in there. Again, I said it in the previous stream, just for the disclaimer purposes, of course. But yeah, at the moment, it's looking more like a draw than a win. And hi, Jerry, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I will say that, but Atleti very dangerous, just not good at finishing, really. And that's been their problem. So, yeah, Botafogo looking more confident through this one. Cook stream, Dorito Chip, the cooking stream will be either tomorrow at this time, not this time, sorry, like after this time, or the next day, if that's fine by you, bro. Because I know you've been waiting for it for so long. I've been trying to find some time to get it done, and now I can finally do it starting today. The times have changed for the matches, so that means more gameplay, more different games, we can also do the cooking, IRL, dog walk after this, so it's all going to be good, And it looks like Atleti Botafogo will continue in about 2 minutes. And this is just going to be Seattle clearing their way. So it's like your suggestion, just give me opinions on your opinions on what I said. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. I feel like that at the moment I would be putting it into a draw for sure. It is looking like it's going to be more of a draw this game because Botafogo will be parking the bus and going really on counters. And Atleti defending the counters has been amazing. Chelsea versus Esperance de Tunis. Score prediction. Probably Chelsea has to win. There's no way they don't win that one to not get through. Because, of course, if Esperance win, then they go through. I think maybe I would love to see, you know, a 3-2. But in reality, a 3-1 would really be my prediction for that match. I don't think Chelsea would allow, you know, themselves going out in the group stage to Esperance de Tunis. The Chelsea fans for sure would not be happy about that. I mean, if any really care too much about this tournament, of course. Just have another bit of my cake. Don't know. Don't know what I was trying to do there. No, thank you. I'll take it for myself. There's a substitution, though. That's what I was trying to signal. I think it's Griezmann on, yeah. Griezmann on, and it looks like Soloth off, I think. We'll have to see. We haven't got the list yet for what's happened. No, my cake. I'm eating it myself. But yeah, Griezmann on, and it looks like Soloth off. Big change for Atleti, really. Griezmann showing so much quality, of course, always for them. But yeah, we'll have to see. No, Soloth is on, so maybe a defender has been taken off. We'll have to see. Because, yeah, Griezmann's going to be big. Going to be very big. Just waiting on what it says here. Griezmann on, and it looks like, yeah, Gallagher's off. Okay, that is a good substitution. Conor Gallagher has not been great. Yeah, definitely a good one by Diego Simeone to really find that sub. Okay, back and ready for the second half. W's, Kieran. W's. Yeah, everyone's ready for the second half. Yeah, Gallagher was poor. He wasn't great. Deserved substitution. Griezmann coming on will provide some attacking width, especially on the left side. He will help out with Soloth and Alvarez, put pressure off them because at the moment they're getting the most defensive pressure. But, you know, a third striker really could, you know, change that up and, you know, sort of force pressure onto, you know, divert the pressure a bit more. Atletico need goals as well. Yeah, Griezmann's needed because Atleti need him for goals, really. He is one of the most crucial goal scorers for them that we've seen, you know. He's just so good. Especially, you know, the last time I really watched Griezmann in depth was the World Cup 2022 final. And you could tell he was missing his presence there because he was, I think he was sick during the match. He was playing, but he was, like, sick. But his, you know, full health presence was missing for sure. Just think, like, 2018 World Cup, he was, like, essential for France in that. And there's a little play by Soloth trying to find Alvarez, just cleared away by Botta. And this is going to be Botafogo just retaining some possession here. Just getting it back. Last piece of cake here, and then I don't have to not talk anymore. Oh, wait, there's a bit of plastic in there. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, we're done. Okay, now I can actually speak. Great. Lovely. Sorry about that, guys. Just very hungry. Let's turn that off. Okay. So this match really is going to come down to the wire here, I think, for Atleti Botta. I definitely think that either one can get a goal, but it's just about, who's more, determined, less complacent with gameplay. I'm sure Atleti's going to be less complacent. It's really just about Botafogo, keeping defensive structure. And there's a chance to stall off. And it's going to be defended nicely, actually, by number 20 for Botafogo. No more cake, unfortunately, Dorito Chip. Ate it all. This is now De Paul passing over to this side here. And Laurent doesn't take a shot, and it's deflected away brilliantly. Brilliant deflection, almost like a clearance. And it's going to go over to this left side here for Atleti again. Galan. And cleared away by Botta. Hi, Nerosion. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Dorito Chip, bro. I might have to censor you for 1 minute. Alvarez to De Paul. Alvarez again. That was a good pass by De Paul. I don't know why Alvarez leaves it. That is not great from him. He should not pass that off. He should have just continued his run through the box there instead of giving it to Simeon, Definitely not great from Julian Alvarez. Let's see here the initial play. No, they're just going to show this little fall by Simeon's kid. No, it should have been played on there by Julian Alvarez. Not the right play style there for him. So everybody's too hot to get up because it's a heat wave. Oh, wow. Okay, well, yeah, hope it cools down for you. You got your AC on, bro? Just order food to your couch as well. And here's a play for Atleti. Cross coming in. Very bad cross. I don't know who did that cross. It has to be De Paul, right? Don't know. That was not a good cross there. There's also a substitution coming on for Seattle. Kent and Ferreira coming off. And on coming Kosa Rienzi and Musovski. No problems, though. 3Ler as well. No problem. And as it stands on the table for this group, PSG are still second with 6 points. Botafogo first with 7 points. Atleti third with 4 points. And Seattle Sounders 0 points. Yes, not so chat will deliver food to you, Dorito Chip. You got a heat warning. Oh, wow. It wasn't cooled down. It's the second hottest day. Tomorrow it's hottest. Oh, wow. Okay, that is interesting. I mean, every day here is the hottest, so, And that is a brilliant there defense by Atleti's players on that Botafogo player. However, I do think it's won as a free kick for Botafogo. And this is just going to be kicked down the field there, trying to reach Igor Jesus. He's actually going to run onto it there, Savarino. And he's still got the ball, Savarino, passing to Igor Jesus now. And there's just a little bit of a tussle, and it's passed back by Laurent to Wano Black. And this is going to be a poor ball there by Barbosa, and it's going to be an Atleti thrown to Laurent. Now it's going to be over to this left side here for Longley. I feel like the match between Atleti and Botafogo will be end in a draw or a win for Botafogo. Yeah, definitely. I do think Botta can get this over the line because Atleti have not been great. We've seen them against Seattle, against PSG. They've just not been it. So I feel like that, Botafogo can do this one. They can get the draw, at least a 0-0 at the moment. That's what I'm predicting. I actually think it will be a 1-0. Botafogo scoring very late in the game. Maybe at like the 85th, 86th minute. But yeah, I don't think Atleti can get this one over the line, unfortunately, for them. Great for Real because it just puts one over our rivals again. Don't really think Atleti are more of a rival anymore. More like a, city friends. Bro, you're going to put a pipe bomb in it. Nah, what is this? Bro, there's like some side lore happening in the chat. Like, pipe bombs? It's crazy. Again, this is going to be a cross coming in from that looked to be Savarino trying to find Igor Jesus, and it's just going to go back to Juan Oblak there. Nice and easy for Atleti to recover. That is now going to be with the ball Longley. And it's just a pass there between Barrios and De Paul. Now Barrios with the ball, just passing out over to his left side here where Gallen is overlapped. And now it's going to be Julian Alvarez just finding Gallen, and it's going to go out for a corner there. Nice and easy for Atleti to win that one. Definitely Atleti have been putting up the pressure in this half. They need to because they need this win more than anything. Of course, this is the only way into the round 16. More pressure than Bota we have seen, but of course, Botafogo defense is brilliant. Alvarez heading that one towards the sort of scramble there. And here's a chance. Simeon just deflected away by Victor. And it looks like there actually might be a free kick here for Botafogo. We'll have to see. There's a fight actually starting to happen here between Botafogo and Atletico Madrid. And Gallen, good initial play, but should have released the ball sooner at the end. Yeah, I know. He took too long there, really. Gallen to, release that ball. He's just not, it's not great. He should have actually as well. There is a chance as well in that sort of second play there. I feel like that was, who receives that second one there? Yeah, this is actually a little bit of a foul there between the goalkeeper and Atleti player. There's something going on here between the Atletico player and the fitness coach. Who is that? Some random guy on the side there. It's like the medic or something. The subs. Why are the subs, by the way, standing at the corner flag like that? Shouldn't they be near the dugout? Rose is standing where the goal is. Okay, it's kind of weird. There's just a little conversation here between Rodrigo De Paul and the referee. One of your fries will be replaced by yellow metal pipe. And this is going to be Julian Alvarez crossing the ball in. There's another chance, and it's just cleared away by Botafogo. And it looks like it's going to be another corner. Alex Tellers is saying that this was not touched by him. The referee is giving a corner. Nope, referee changed his mind. It's going to be a goal kick. Let's have a look if this was touched. Yeah, no touch there. Referee, good to change his mind on that one. That was not a touch. Bradley Barcola will be coming on as well for PSG. Let's just see who he came on for there. It looks like that... Did he come on half-time? I don't know. Did Barcola start? No, he didn't. Barcola didn't start. No. Looks like he's going to come on soon, though. Looks like he's going to come on very soon. Bradley Barcola. Do you put metal pipe in food? No, I don't put metal pipes in food, Dorito chip. And this is going to be Atleti now on this right side here. Just trying to find real space in between their players. And this is going to be Atletico now here. Giving a cross. And that is not that great there from... That has to be De Paul again, right? Here we go. Substitution. Kvaratskhelia and João Neves coming off in the PSG game. And on comes Bradley Barcola. And someone else? Is Dembele playing? No, he's not. Not that he needs to play, but he's not playing yet. I think he's still injured. Yeah, Barcola and Zé Omri just come on here for Kvaratskhelia and the other player that I just said. Is Dembele on the bench even? Let's check. Okay, this is not PSG's. PSG's over there, here. No, Dembele is not on the bench even. That's surprising. Still injured. He must be injured pretty hard. Says he'll be back in, a couple of weeks' time. De Paul just trying to, find a space in the middle there. Just cleared away. And, these recent crosses have been so Griezmann be playing on the right. Really poor crosses. 0-3 so far. Yeah, I know that the crosses between De Paul, that had to be of being Griezmann before. That I was saying originally as De Paul. I think it was maybe Griezmann instead. Just the crosses haven't been great. There should be more play into the center. I don't know why that so many teams are going for cross formats when, Botafogo are playing, very ultra defensively. So they're not going to be, relying on, spacing through the box really, and spacing when it comes to passing into the box through the central area. They're going to be, knowing that Atleti are going to give these crosses. So definitely, I would change up the strategy, Simeone, because at the moment they're not changing it. And it looks like that Simeone's also come off here in a substitution. Correa has come on, and there has also been Alan coming off, and on comes someone else, which I just missed what his name was there. I'll tell you in a second. Sorry, just had to sneeze there. My bad, guys. Out of all the Brazilian teams, who do you think has the best chance of going to the farthest? I think maybe Bota honestly seem the best. They seem the best out of the Brazilian teams. Botafogo. So the ice cream is crawling to you. What? Botafogo, yeah, do seem the best Brazilian team. Flamengo are very good as well. They do look good. But yeah, Botafogo just got that quality in terms of defense, pushing it forward, counter-attacking football. Very good at defending, going forward. Yeah, they're just good at the whole package, I feel like, especially defense, I got to say, though, re-emphasizing that. Atleti are just rolling the dice every time, hoping for something from Sorloth, like what almost led to the penalty. Yeah, I know, this is what Inter did as well, and this is what Al Hilal did. It's just the same. It's Inzaghi's real tactics, Simeone is sort of just copying Inzaghi here in terms of tactics. There's creativity missing. There's no real play into the box, really. It's just, praying that something can happen with the header. I mean, Inter was so lucky to get that header in their game against Red Diamonds, and the bicycle kick from Lautaro Martinez. There was actually a close header by Sorloth there. But yeah, it's not great. Not great creativity. Same with Al Hilal. Just kept trying to cross it into, Salzburg, who are ultra defensive. And it's just not going to work. Yeah, that was a better cross. Definitely better. I think that was Julian Alvarez who did the cross. It's more risk-free play. I feel like crossing into the box, risk-free against a defensive park-the-bus side, because, they're going to be bringing the ball up to the sides there. They can have a couple of players drop deep. They only really need just one guy in the box or two guys. So they're not really wasting players, 4 in total for an attack. Whereas, if they commit too many to the central area, then I get that it's dangerous, especially for counter-attacking football. But, it's just lacking creativity. It's lacking real threat. Because Atletico need to win. It's not even like they're just trying to draw here and then eventually possibly get a win. What will be interesting as well is in Group A, I'm pretty sure that Inter Miami will want to come second in their group, because if they come first, I think they'll have to verse PSG, whereas if they come second, they have to verse Botafogo. Now, I know Botafogo did beat PSG, but, with PSG's squad, they should have been beating Botafogo with the type of players there, and that's why Inter Miami, surprisingly, in a situation here where they want to actually draw against Palmeiras rather than win or lose. A draw would be essential for them, basically, to, ensure that they're not versing PSG. That is, of course, if this game remains how it is currently. And that is going to be a free kick for Atleti, just a foul on Yavi Galan. And it looks like Griezmann's going to be taking this free kick. Let's see what Griezmann will do with this one. Griezmann, let's see. Cross coming in. And it's just cleared away by there. And then that's a poor shot from De Paul. That is not even challenging Victor at any slight thing there. PSG also, while I just wasn't watching there, have actually got a second goal. It's 2-0. Sorry, wrong animation there. 2-0 for PSG. Let's just have a look at their goal here. They just got it before there, so it's not been that long. And it looks like it was between Hakimi and Barcola. Let's have a look at their goal in full motion. Just been so fixed on this Atleti Bota game that we just missed that one, unfortunately. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's a brilliant shot from Hakimi there, assisted what seems like to be by Barcola. Yeah, Barcola provides the initial assist there. It's just a nice pass through the box, just not real defense there from Seattle. And then Hakimi used a brilliant finish. One of the world's best right backs currently, I feel like Hakimi. Just so good. So, you know, very good on the attack, very good on defense. He inverts, he comes back to defend. Definitely unfortunate that Real Madrid didn't actually go for Hakimi, bringing him back there. Instead, we got Trent. I mean, Trent's great, but of course, it's just defense that's a real issue. And this is going by Seattle all the way back out to Frey. There was also a substitution there. Rodrigo De Paul goes out and Koke comes in. And it's just Atleti again trying to pass it through. And it's going to be on this side. Laurent cross coming to try and find Soloth, and it just doesn't make it. Doesn't make it there. And it's going to be a goal kick. Griezmann doesn't keep that one in. And two substitutions here for Seattle Sounders in their game. Bell and Rusnak come off. And on comes number 93 and number 75. Minon Gu and Leiva. Is it Minon Gu? I think. Hard to tell, but... And now it is going to be a Atleti just play on the side here. So definitely PSG are going through to the round of 16 for sure. It's definitely confirmed now. But whether on if they're first or second is going to depend now on the results of Atletico Madrid versus Botafogo. That is going to be the dependence here. And that was actually a brilliant shot there by Igor Jesus, just missing that chance there. Unfortunately, Oblak gets the end of that one, and Botafogo still yet to get a goal. That was actually a very good play by Igor Jesus. Let's have a look here at his positioning as a striker. Just brilliant, brilliant side shot. Not even really looking. And Simeone is glad that that one didn't go in, because that would have been so hard for, you know, Atleti to get back into this one with a win. And it's going to be a corner for Botafogo. A good chance for them to, you know, assert round of 16 position. And it's just caught by Oblak off the line. That was a great header there by, I think that was number 24. Brilliant header by him. Might have been actually Barbarossa, number 20. And this is now going to be Atletico trying to bring this one out, really. Again, the hottest place you've ever been was Turkey, 107 Fahrenheit, 42 Celsius. Wow. Yeah. Let's check how hot it was today. Today, the hottest it was today was 44 Celsius. Luckily, it's not really, it's not the hot month just yet. Like, it's not July. I think it's more hot in July. This Monday coming up is going to be 47 Celsius. Wow. Where you live, it's 86 Celsius. No way it's 86 Celsius, Dorito Chip. That means you're living, were you living in a kettle? Let's see what 86 Fahrenheit to Celsius is. I think it's hot. Yeah, 30 Celsius. Oh, wow. Yes, that is a different level. Yeah, that's why, you know, when I'm playing football, I have to go out at night to play it. All the clubs on at night, so, yeah. This is going to be a free kick for Atletico Madrid. So let's see what they can do with this one. This would be very good if Atletico got their set piece. They've been great with set pieces against Seattle. We'll see how they do against Botafogo with them. And here it goes. Cross coming in. And that is so close to a goal there. Very close. And just not kept in there by Lenormand. Unfortunately, that was very close to actually going in the back post. Hi, Loha. Welcome. Oh, your phone died. That's unfortunate. But welcome back. It sounds like it's all good now. If USA, then Fahrenheit, yeah. Fahrenheit, the temp in USA. Here's a chance for Atleti, just given away by Botafogo on a good chance for an attack. Alvarez just not doing great to control that one, but still, there is chance really here to score. And it's just tidy up by Bota. Oh, that's good play by Botafogo. And it's actually just given back again to Atleti. There's just returns every so often. Oh, you're back for 10 minutes? No problem, Loha. I'm just glad to have you here, you know, for a little bit longer because it's honestly, it was nice talking to you. Now, this is going to be a throw for Atletico Madrid just next to the right corner flag. What are my thoughts on the upcoming matches? Inter versus Palmeiras and Porto versus Al-Ahly. Palmeiras win against Inter Miami for sure. And Al-Ahly, I think, will win against Porto just because Porto are so bad. Honestly, Al-Ahly, I was very surprised that they haven't got a win yet, just because of the fact that they're meant to be so good in the attack. I've heard so much good things about them. I'm sure their fans are not going to be too happy about some of their finishing in this tournament because, you know, it's not been great. But yeah, definitely, I've heard so much about them in terms of attacking. And Porto just don't seem like they're it this tournament at the moment. And there is going to be a substitution here for Mayulu coming off for Goncalo Ramos in the PSG game. Al-Ahly 2, Porto 2. Yeah, definitely a possibility there, Loha. You know, that actually sounds like a good prediction as well, because I can see maybe Porto getting a fluke goal, maybe a problem with Al-Ahly's defense, giving away a penalty. Very likely, especially how we saw them against the Palmeiras match. Inter Miami 3-1, Palmeiras winning. Yeah, definitely as well. That is a good prediction there. I do think Inter Miami will score. I originally think 2-0 for Palmeiras winning against Inter Miami, but, you know, a 2-1 maybe for me. Now, just thinking about how Inter Miami played in the previous game, definitely showed desire. Of course, I do think that Inter Miami will get through to round 16. It's technically now possible for them not to. It's possible still for either Porto or Al-Ahly to get through to round 16, just because, you know, there's been minimal wins in that group, Group A. But yeah, we'll see if they can get through. I'm sure they will. I don't think it'll be too hard for them not to. I mean, they have to, of course, make sure that their goal difference doesn't go down by too much against Palmeiras. That's going to be crucial, really. Bordeaux striker is really good. Yeah, Samu's good. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to a proper European team. Yeah, I feel like Samu, Pepe, and Diogo Costa all going to be leaving Porto very soon. And they've also got Chico Conceição, who's currently on Juventus. I do think Chico should leave once he comes back from loan. Samu should leave. Diogo Costa to Manchester United, I think, is very likely. And the other player, Pepe, should leave to a better team. Pepe is just, he's actually good. He's not been getting game time as well, which is very weird when he's their best attacking player, one of their best attacking players. Let me just as well put my chair just slightly back there. There's just an injury here for Botafogo's player. The referee is saying he's checking the time, so no time will be wasted. Well, we can definitely confirm at the moment that PSG are through to the round of 16. There's no doubt about it. PSG are through. Thoughts on Rodrigo Mora? Thoughts on him? I feel like he's just, you know, playing for Porto is definitely going to be a challenge this season coming up. He's just not... He's playing for a United team with Very big problems. He was brilliant, actually, in Inter Miami game. I feel like he was one of the only performing players in terms of on that left wing trying to come up. He makes a couple of mistakes. Of course, that is a young player's thing. I mean, he's only, I think he's like 18 or 19. So that is a young player thing, of course, there. Not everyone's going to be like Yamal or Mbappe when they're young. But yeah, definitely Mora has shown so much talent, and I think he should really go to a club, maybe a big club in the Prem or La Liga, somewhere where he can actually show performance. It'd be really cool, actually. Serie A might fit him a lot, especially on that Napoli team. I think I could see him on the Napoli team there, maybe on Atalanta as well. They would be, some clubs that I think would suit his sort of play style. Yeah, it was good in the first half. Yeah, the second he dropped off. Exactly, it was more the mistakes that were overtaking his actual performance in the second half there. And here's Atleti with a chance to go ahead through a cross here. Griezmann just giving a nice touch to Barrios. Barrios, probably Atletico's best player in this tournament so far. Gallon. And there's a deflected cross there, and Victor just catches nice and easy. Easy catch from Victor. And it's going to be a free kick here for Botafogo. Barrios is underrated. Yeah, Barrios is very underrated. Very underrated Barrios was. Didn't you say you were going to... No, I didn't say I was going to New York soon. No, I was going to... I hope in the World Cup that I can go visit. I'll have to see. That is the plan. But, yeah, not soon. I'm not going to New York just yet. I said I'd love to. But, yeah, not at the moment. There is a cooling break here for Atletico versus Botafogo once again. Atletico going out in the groups is going to put some pressure on Simeone in this window. Yeah, I know. I actually feel like that Simeone his time might be coming at the end to Atletico Madrid, because he definitely is starting to fall in terms of performance from, his players, his players that he's been selecting. His performance as a club manager hasn't been that great in the last season and in this tournament. I don't think it'll put too much pressure, but it will definitely start the, thought process. Yeah, I definitely see him maybe going to a team in Saudi. I don't really want him at Al Nassr, because that would be, I think it would be better if we get Miguel Conceição. Francisco Conceição's dad is our most likely candidate at the moment to replace Stefan Pioli, who's by the way, absolutely trash, Pioli. He is so bad. But, yeah, I can see him going maybe to a club like Al Shabab. They've not got many European players, but they've got actually a decent squad. They've got Carrasco, Hamadallah, very good striker from Morocco. So I could see him going there, because Shabab's previous coach was Wolves' current coach. I think his name's like Vitor Pereira or something. Let me check. I think his name is that. Yeah, Pioli is terrible. Pereira. Yes, he is the manager for Wolves. Yes. Definitely. And look at the Discord picks. I will make sure to Dorito chip. And no problem, your phone is overheating. Yes, definitely cool that down. Just not use it so it can cool down. Doué is coming off as well, and Mbaye is coming on for PSG. And the water break is now over for Atleti's game. I think Atletico should go for someone like Carlos Corberán. Yeah, I feel like they should go for a manager almost similar to Hansi Flick. I feel like Hansi Flick is very good at Barca. I feel like that Atleti do play a very, kind of similar style to Barca in terms of going attacking, but I feel like that would suit them a lot. Not currently, but I think it would actually suit their players, because their players definitely do. I can see them with that sort of quality of, fast passing, fast, side maneuvers going into the central positions, overlaps from the left wing into striker, etc. I can see that happening. He was really good in Championship with that not good players at West Brom. Okay, I see. Yeah. I haven't seen too much of his gameplay, so I'll have to definitely go take a look. But yeah, I could see that happening. Really a manager that can provide more fluent football, because Simeone's games aren't that fluent in terms of, you're actually waiting most of the time pretty late for a goal, especially this season that has been prevalent. So yeah, Xavi Spalletti. I actually think that a good coach there would be Xavi. I don't think he would do it just because, of course, Barca man, of course. But yeah, I do think Xavi would actually really fit that style that Atleti really would benefit from. But yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. Ange as well. I feel like that he should go to a club, that's going to respect him more. I feel like that going to Tottenham really was a big mistake in terms of, they're not going to respect him. He gets the Europa League, brings him into Champions League. I mean, fair enough, bad season, but, you have to look at the other factors. There were so many player injuries. Their squad injured for nearly the entire season. Like, let's be honest, half the games he was playing with a B squad that wasn't even, of good quality. And it's just been really, I felt sorry for him because he was like saying he was staying. He wins that, and then they go and sack him, 3 or 4 days after that happened. Actually, it was like 2 weeks maybe after it happened, the Europa League. Crazy about Ange to Man City if Pep leaves. That could be a good one because Ange plays very ultra-attacking football, and his football's enjoyable to watch, I got to say, when his team's playing. So definitely Ange as a replacement for Pep might actually be good. Because I know, like, people say, oh, Ange isn't that great. He made Tottenham go down to the bottom. I don't think so, to be honest. I think that he was just unlucky in terms of, players he's playing with, injuries and stuff. I think if he had a squad like Man City, he would definitely get a very high goal differential and a very high point in, his first or second season there. And thank you, Loha, for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and whenever you can in the future, it'll be great. I love talking with you, bro. So appreciate it so much. And this is now going to be it for Atleti. They're running out of time here at Atleti. Only 10 minutes of additional regular play. And then we have, probably 5 minutes additional time. I don't see more than that. At least not at the moment. And they're just trying to really find some playthrough in the defensive sector there for Bota. But Bota do win it back. Again, Bota immediately on the transition there. 4 players up forward. It's really just interesting how they can get that many that quickly. That's a good pass by Igor Jesus, finding that left side rather than the open right side. There's a shot, and it just goes wide. So unlucky by Botafogo to not get that goal there. Just unlucky. Just wide. Just scrapes past the post on the left side. There is a substitution occurring for Seattle. Yeah, I know they're almost over the line. They only have to survive around 13 minutes more. Seattle substitution. Vargas coming off for Morris. Yeah, Seattle not Seattle. Botafogo so close here. I'm sure they can get it done. They just have to be very not fall complacent late into this game. A goal here would be amazing. That corner just going wide there by the header connection. And, of course, guys, if you want to watch some more games with me, we are going to be live at the next set, Group A final matches. So make sure to subscribe for that if you haven't already. And if you do enjoy this commentary and talking with you guys, and like up the stream, W's. This is going to be on this right side here for now Lenormand passing through. And Atleti have a chance here really to get a goal. A goal, it would be really good for them. And it's just wide. What a chance there. That looked like it went in for a second and it didn't. I'm so surprised that one did not go in there. But that was the best chance there for Atletico Madrid. What a cross. And what a shot. How did this not go in for? Is Griezmann just not hitting that one? Was it Griezmann or Barrios? I think it was Griezmann. Yeah, tough angle for Griezmann. Yeah, very hard to get that. But as we did say, Griezmann's going to be, the source of the goal. I can feel it if there is going to be one for Atletico because he's just so deadly in the box. And here's actually a counter chance for Botafogo. Their play is just so paceful. Oh, that is just just too far, really, for Igor Jesus to collect that cross going into the box there. Barrios just finding onto this left side here. Julian Alvarez. Alvarez tries to do a Trivela pass and meets Sorloth. Doesn't do it, unfortunately, for him. And now Botafogo just going to play this one down again. And it's still going to be Bota. And it's just really, they just have to keep playing it at the back, to be honest. They don't really even need to try pressuring. Yeah, just playing at the back would really be an ideal for them. And there is going to be a substitution here. Double substitution for Botafogo, for, I think this is, yeah, Atletico. So it looks like Sorloth is coming off. Molina's coming on. Don't know if anyone else is coming off. No, just one sub at the moment, it looks like. We'll get notified if there was another one that we didn't see on camera. Yes, there was another one off camera. Barrios also came off, which I'm very surprised about. Barrios coming off might have been a mistake by Simeone. But Molina and Samuel Lino coming on there for Atleti. Bota just need to now park the bus for the remaining, 9 minutes, 8 minutes. And that is going to be a good pressure there from Victor just to get that one. Hi, Retum. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice day so far, evening, wherever you may be. And here's a chance for Botafogo coming in to this left side here. They're in the box now. Just pass back. And, yep, they're just trying to stay calm on the ball, not rush the chances. Just really play it calm now. Now, what they're not doing, and I can see that they're definitely not doing this, is playing, too many players upfield. They're trying to retain that deep position. Oh, you bet on PSG. Yes, definitely. That was the one that I did actually say that would be most likely, a PSG win. So, yeah, W's, Retum. I don't think they can lose it now. Anyway, that game. And this is going to be now Botafogo just clearing that down the field there. I was going to say Boca. I keep calling Boca Juniors Botafogo. Botafogo just have been so good in this game again. Again, no real need for them to score even. Just really hold possession. Hold a nice deep defense, which is great. Yeah, I just try and interact with you guys and do the commentation for anyone who's not watching it and my thoughts on the game. So thank you for that. And there's a goal for Atletico Madrid, and the whole scene has changed here. Atleti are going through suddenly, and Botafogo, as it stands, might not be going through. I don't know what the requirements still may be. I think Atleti needs one more goal here. One more goal. One more goal they need, and this will be a good game for Atletico. But Botafogo really, need to park the bus now. Oh, 2 more goals needed. Oh, yes. We'll see. We'll see here. Yeah, Botafogo have conceded less goals. I think it's because they've conceded less. Because it's a 3-2 for them, and for Atleti, it's a 4-5. So if it's a 5-5, and there'll be a 3-3 for Botafogo. Wait, I'm surprised. Why is he saying 2 more, though? Because the plus, and unless it's how many games have been won, I don't know. This is seeming a bit weird here. Yeah, didn't expect that from Atleti, and suddenly stuff's changed here. I have no idea why Atleti will need 2 more when their stats are better in plus and minus. It must be, form in the group. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Someone has to go and research that one. That's a little bit strange to me. Am I into cricket, Retum? No, I only watch football, sorry. Yeah, but I've been recommended to watch some other sports like F1. I've been recommended NFL, NBA. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll start streaming some other games, other sport games, And yeah, definitely unexpected from Atletico Madrid. And yes, Griezmann getting that one. How important from him, really. And, of course, it had to be assisted by Julian Alvarez, who, as well, was the most important starting player, I feel like, most definitely. Botta might just try and bring this up to the corner, especially when there's no time left. Kind of like we saw with Dortmund against Sundowns. That was a bit of a bad play by Atletico, really just letting Igor Jesus get that tackle. Yeah, in the transitions, definitely Botafogo are more dangerous. We've seen their transition play, how they suddenly get from, you know, one guy up front to suddenly 5 guys up front. It's actually insane how quickly they do it. But, yeah, as it stands, still they're going through, but they're going to have to be very careful. Julian Alvarez giving a cross out to the right side. I feel like Atleti would have benefited more with the goal if it had been very early because, you know, it would have actually made this a little bit easier for them to go through. I mean, they've left it very late here to get this one goal. And this is going to be just a pass through between Atleti trying to find some space. The referee almost intercepts there. That was a bit poor positioning from him. Gallen falls over. And it's just cleared away by Botafogo. Oblak now in the midfield here. Passes it out. And that is going to be full-time for Seattle versus PSG. Seattle versus PSG full-time. Paris Saint-Germain is going through to the round of 16. Now, if they're in first or second, it really depends here on the result. And Inter Miami will be hoping that they can at least, PSG don't go in the first position, because if they do, it's going to be, you know, very, very hard for them if they try and go for the draw then or the win. Because Palmeiras, you know, they'll have to try and win against Palmeiras if there's PSG in first position. I do think Inter Miami might have an easier time with Atletico, for sure. But PSG are just going to be so deadly for them. No real doubt of PSG not going into the round of 16. Oblak very happy with that goal. He has been essential for Atletico today. He's been, you know, the most crucial player, you can argue. Just so good. And here it is now, just playing between Atleti on this left side. Gallen takes the cross, and it's going to go out for a corner. Now, this is an opportunity here. The first goal from a header. Could the second one be from a header? I know we were saying bagging the crosses and just wasting possession, but I mean, they've got a goal from it. Fair enough. A bit too late, but here we go. Cross coming in. That was very low. Don't know why that corner cross was so low like that. Yeah, that was kind of strange. Little chip over from Atleti's number 10. That is just wasted possession there. Very, very wasted possession. Griezmann just going to pressure Victor so he can pick up the ball. If you were PSG, who would you rather face, Inter Miami or Palmeiras? Definitely Inter Miami, I would say, because Inter Miami, their squad, even though, you know, it has a player like Messi on it, and Ustari has been very good performing in this tournament, it's PSG is going to win that one. Palmeiras is more of a risk because Palmeiras is a very attacking side, you know. Very good Brazilian side as well. Definitely not the best Brazilian side in this tournament, I feel, but you know, they've been performing. They haven't lost a game yet. So, yeah. Griezmann now just trying to find it through there, and it's still going to be Atleti. Cross. Corner. Another chance for Atletico on the corner here. And this group is going to be decided within the next 5 minutes, and it's going to be so exciting. Next 4 minutes, actually. It's going to be insane who gets through here. Cross coming in by Atletico. Just headed away by Botafogo there. And it tries to be cleared there. And there's a shot. And it's called by Victor. Brilliant from the goalkeeper for Botafogo. Thank you so much, Retum. I appreciate you coming on here and showing some support, bro. Hope to see you again in another stream as well. But yeah, thank you so much. And have a nice night. And this is now going to be Botafogo just trying to bring it on this left side here. It's now going between Igor Jesus. Yeah, they're definitely just going to waste time here passing it to the defense. They're not going to want to risk a second goal because the second goal, I think, is going to tie it up. I don't know what the requirements will be for, you know, when everything's equal. That's why I don't understand when the commentator's saying that it's going to be 3 goals, when technically the next thing after is head-to-head, which Atleti would win. Am I going? Yes, I'm going to stream every game. Patrick, still doing every game, and I'll be doing, both at the same time. Inter Miami versus Palmeiras. I'll be Olali, Porto, all of them. All of them still being done. And here's Alvarez. Griezmann, just nothing really good there from Griezmann. That was a bit of a waste from him, but he still won a corner, and it's another corner now. 2 minutes left. Same, I don't get it. How much additional time? It's going to be 6 minutes additional. It's already been 3 minutes and 30 seconds additional. Here we go. Cross coming in from Atleti, crowding the near post. And it's just going to be fired away there by Botafogo. We can see it's, so close in terms of how much clumping the Botafogo players are going to do here to try and prevent a goal. Shot from number 10 just cleared away. And here's a goal chance for Igor Jesus. If Igor Jesus can do something for his team here, then it's over. Any tie-break scenarios? Yeah, I don't know. There has to be some sort of tie-breaking scenario because that we don't know of. Because the commentator did clearly say 3 goals, and currently 2 goals would tie up the teams perfectly. Yeah, Correa, last game for Atleti, yeah. Oh, it looks like Correa's last game for Atleti. Oh, read that wrong. I thought you were saying that it's Correa. Yeah, it definitely does. Because, yeah, as it stands, they're going out here, and Correa was leaving Atletico, which is unfortunate for him. That's going to be on a loss. He would obviously be wanting to at least get to round 16, maybe quarterfinals, as far into the tournament as possible. And there's a yellow card for Botafogo. I mean, it's going to be worth it here, wasting this much time, wasting a couple of minutes. And okay, no problem, not so chap. Yeah, just go to sleep whenever you like, really. Just get some rest, bro. So then you aren't going to be tired during the day. And it's going to be a throw-in for Botafogo. It's getting close here. It's getting close. The referee will probably add 1 minute additional just because of how much time wasting this group is doing. They're going to hold it in the corner here for the remainder. This is going to be very close. If Atleti can get on one final counter chance, then that's what they're going to really be hoping for here. And here we go. It's going to be Oblak taking a goal kick. Let's see how quick that this one can get through to the end. 20 seconds remaining and then possibly a minute left because of the time wasting. And it's gone out to this right wing side here. Tiebreakers, matches between teams, goal difference, goals for, disciplinary points. All right, it must be disciplinary points then. And there it is, full time, and Botafogo have done it. He didn't add any extra time there, the referee, surprisingly. And they've done it. They've knocked out Atleti of this competition, even though Atleti have won against them. They've been knocked out. The Brazilian team's win streak has been officially ended there, the win and draw streak. And Atletico come out with a win, which is very unfortunate for them because, they did do well in the last couple of minutes there. However, Atleti were not that great in this tournament. Definitely Botafogo deserved to go through over them. They were just not it, Atletico. So this is the end of this match here, guys. Let's take a look at the stats for this one. So Atletico, 61% possession, 3 expected goals, 23 total shots, 5 shots on target, 5 big chances, 4 big chances missed, 509 accurate passes, 88% accuracy, 11 fouls, 9 corners. For Botafogo, 39% ball possession, 0.69 expected goals, 7 shots, 3 on target, 1 big chance missed, 302 accurate passes, 81% accuracy, 16 fouls, and 3 corners. Yeah, and well played Botafogo. They definitely did what they needed to, which was, it's not the most enjoyable football, but it's definitely what's needed to get you over the line, into the round of 16. Yeah, that was very clinical finishing lacking from Atleti. That's actually something that I actually saw with Halal in the previous game. Missing Mitrovic for Halal literally ended their whole game with that draw because... Leonardo's nothing like Mitrovic in terms of finishing. The same thing here. I'm surprised that Sorloth didn't really get many connections. It was actually pretty poor from him Unnecessary foul. I mean, it wasn't even really a foul, let's be honest, but still, cancelling the penalty for that. And then also, Griezmann's wasn't that great until, of course, near the end there. He's showed up, of course, with the goal. We did know that. Alvarez wasn't that great in terms of finishing. Alvarez has been carrying in the previous games. Barrios I was surprised he was taken off because he was actually good. But yeah, overall, nice game. And this is going to be now the table as it stands for Group B, ending the tournament. PSG first, Botafogo second, Atleti third, and Seattle Sounders fourth. So that means that currently, as it stands, if Inter Miami and Palmeiras were to draw, PSG would verse Inter Miami and Botafogo would verse Palmeiras. So it would be a Brazilian game there. But yes, that is how it stands, and that could change. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this stream, and I'll be live for the next game coming up. Yes, I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep just yet, CDF, but I'm going to have a break for the next game, of course. I think a club will win that World Cup. Yes, of course, not such a club definitely is going to win this Club World Cup. I'm sure of it. Not sure which one, though. And we'll see you guys in the next stream. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you're notified for the next one. And the likes always help out with the content, Yes, you're good at predicting, not so chap exactly. Goodbye, guys, and thank you so much.